Keep using that chat. Get excited. We're going to get started here in 6 minutes. Thank you guys for being early. We want to welcome you. Hey, Karen. Welcome in. Michelle, Patty. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Keep using that chat. Get to know one another. You guys are in for a treat with Hilary here shortly in about 5 minutes. And I'm Katie here at Team Relaunch. So if you ever have questions throughout this webinar, feel free to just send me a message and I'll get right back to you. Thank you all for being early. Welcome, welcome. Hello, N. I don't have your full name, but welcome. Thank you for being early. We're going to get started here in about 5 minutes. Hey, Izzy, welcome. Drop in the comments where everyone is from. We're going to be using the chat section a lot throughout this webinar to keep things engaged, so keep it open. Hey, Patty. We're going to get started in about 4 minutes, everyone. Thanks for being early.
Hey, Katie, can you hear me?
Yes, I
So,
can.
so I had to reboot my entire Wi-Fi system, but all good. I'm super happy to be here. And let's see who we have in. And then, Katie, do me a favor after we are done. Please put me back
You
as a
got it.
participant. Welcome, everybody. I'm Patty Dominguez, one of the Relaunch coaches, here with my buddy Katie, who is an accountability coach, and we're super excited to have you here. You are in for a real treat. So, there has been some amazing feedback that Hilary has now compiled into a new masterclass where she's going to be unveiling some pretty cool secrets. So you are in the right place. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope your energy is up and you're ready for a treat because we are here to deliver. Let me know where you are calling in from or dialing in from. Post where you are dialing in from. Let me know that you're ready. We're very excited to have you here. Seaver, wait, how do you say that? Oh my God, Milka, I think you stumped me, but you're in Tennessee, so welcome. I've never heard of that in Tennessee, and I'm actually going to be there in the fall, I think. Kristen in Massachusetts, Robin from Camarillo, California, and we have another Patty with a Y, which is the right way to spell it. So good for you, Patty. It's Patty with a Y. I do it too. Is in Maryland. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you here. Thank you for being here, for bringing your positive energy. Izzy is in Maine. Hey, Izzy. And let's see, Milka says near the Smoky Mountain National Park. Got it. Okay, cool. Well, super to have you all here. And make sure to tune out the distractions, really gift yourself this time because when you are looking for any of this type of content with personal growth, just be present, right? Soak it in. What if one big aha moment hits you and it changes everything for you? So the fact that you're here means that you're looking for more personal growth. And if that is a situation, because I know that's why you're here, be present, right? Go all in. As Hilary says, she's going to say it's go time, right? And just play full out. You deserve to be here and to gift yourself this time for your own personal growth. Excellent. So thank you for being here. All right. Who else we have? We have Agni- Agnes, I'm going to say. I'm sorry to butcher your name. Excuse my ethnocentricity. Alan, welcome. Frank and Karina Hunt, welcome. We have Barbara, who's on an iPhone. So be careful, Barbara. We have Janine and Karen and Peter. Welcome, Peter, Robbie, Robin, Tracy. Brilliant. Awesome to have you here. I'm Patty Dominguez, one of the relaunch coaches here, alongside my buddy Katie, and we are going to get started. Gosh, how many more minutes, Katie?
I'm actually going to steal the show from you and show everyone a quick
Perfect.
video on Hilary to Caesar. Hang with me a second, everyone.
Hilary is an international business coach and best-selling author and a pioneer female Silicon Valley CEO.
Hilary is here to discuss her unique approach in helping women to balance profitability and fulfillment.
My whole journey has been about relaunching people. It's something that I call the 3HQ. And the HQ, think of it headquarters of yourself. And the 3 are the 3 most important departments inside of you, which is your head, your heart, and your highest self. You can have a powerful life and business and everything else that you so want and desire. If you want to make a move, if you want to do something new, you got to elevate your energy. We tune in to our favorite song, to a song that lights us up. Visualize exactly how you're feeling. You're going to take a micro action around that image. When you can control your thoughts, then you can control the emotion that is attached to them. And it will literally help to manifest the things in your life that you're struggling with. When you can actually look at something in a different way, it changes everything.
Oh, Hilary, you're on mute still.
Good to know. I was saying how excited I am about what we're going to go through today. And why is that? Because I am going to take you from wherever you are right now. I'm going to elevate you to a higher level than you've been in a long time. Are you ready for it? And I see there's lots of Linda and Michelle and Milka, Nia Nerish, Peter, Robbie, Robin, Shani, Tracy. So good to have you here. I'm so excited and see a little bit of a different background here. I'm in New York. We are here for the next 6 weeks, and you talk about energy that is fueling me to fuel you. This is one of my happy places. I love it. And I'm going to bring this to you. And there's so much that we're going to cover today to really get you to that next place. But let's go back to why you are here. This is something that we're going to be talking about today, revealed the identity shift that is actually helping high performing women 2x, 3x their revenue. If you are a guy and you are here, you need to reach out to me because we also have exactly the same thing for men. Yes. So everything you're going to hear today, take it and just know it's for you too. Okay. So here's the thing. What we found is that high performing women and men who incorporate this in can literally 2x, 3x your revenue in weeks. And you're not going to be changing strategy. You're really not going to be burning out. What you're about to discover is something that most high achievers are never taught. But once they experience it, everything changes with it. Okay. This is where the shift begins. And I'm going to share a method that I've created where literally people are doubling, even tripling that revenue that we want. And again, I've said it's not in months or years, it's in weeks. And best part, there's no new funnels. There's no more hiring spree that you need to be on. No hustle. Instead, you're doing one thing differently. That's what I'm asking you to do. One thing. So what are they doing? What are they doing that's actually impacted them? They're flipping the identity that's been silently holding them back, and they're finally aligning with the version of themselves that already knows how to lead, how to earn, and live in full power. So today, I'm going to show you what that shift is. Why does it work? How can you specifically apply it? And how can you do it not tomorrow, but right now together? So before we get started, if you are an entrepreneur, put an E in the chat. If you're a coach, put a C. How about if you're in corporate and you're ready to make a move, put an M. And if you're specifically, I haven't called you off yet, if you're in a relaunch right now and you're making a shift, put a big ol' R in it. I want to see. All right, let's see. Tracy, entrepreneur, welcome, welcome. You've got Kristen E. We've got Patty E and C. Thank you. Yes. Christina, Peter E. All right. C. E. C. R. Karen, you're my girl. I got you. Filmmaker R. Okay, that's the next question. What type of business? What type of business are you? Janine and R. Yes. Retired, but what, Robin, what's next? What's the next relaunch for you? Okay, Naresh, you're entrepreneur. Yes. Wellness. We've got filmmakers. I like that badass producer. What else are you? Let me hear. What business are you? Escrow officer, Jeannie. Nice to have you here. So amazing. Reinventing. So open. Excellent. Here's the thing. What I'm going to share today crosses over no matter what you're doing. Nia, real estate. Tracy, next relaunch is going from documentary filmmaking to fiction. Whoo, so good. So before we dive in, I want to be clearer than ever about what this is. What are we doing here? It is not another mindset tip. It's not a productivity tweak or this feel-good workshop. What I'm going to share with you is deep identity level shifting. Deep, all right? It's a proven method that actually rewires your emotional energy, your internal programming, and how you show up in your work and life. It creates real change, not from the outside in, but the inside out. So if you've tried programs in the past, maybe business coaching, maybe mindset work, manifestations, and you still feel like something's off, I want you to know this is absolutely not your fault. It's not. I've seen this pattern in literally thousands of these high achieving individuals. They're smart, they're driven, they're capable, and yet they still feel stuck. Why is that? Because most strategies only work, again, from the outside in. But the real transformation happens when you shift how you think, how you feel, and who you believe you are. And that's what we're going to do together today. So my goal is super simple. I want to give you a clear, powerful path forward, one that has helped so many relaunch their energy, their income, and their identity, right? A lot of people say, hey, I'm in a midlife crisis. No, you're in an identity crisis, and we're going to fix that. So if this feels aligned, by the end of our time together, I am going to invite you to take the next step. But no matter what you do, you're going to leave with clarity. You're going to leave with tools that you can use right away. You showed up today for a reason. So can we agree right now that you're here because something inside you is really ready for more? Put a yes in the chat. Put a yes in the chat if there's something more that you're ready for. Yes, Milka, Tracy, Kristen, Peter. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Good. Because let's make this moment that shift where it all starts. The relaunch shift begins now. Sounds good? And you heard Patty say, she loves to say it's go time because it is. No more waiting. So really this is for the high performing individual who's ready to relaunch, but you're sick and tired of that, like burning out everything. Like you don't have to, don't have to burn everything to the ground. I've heard that so much, like, oh, you don't have to with us go like, oh, throw everything out. No. What we need to do is acknowledge the fact that you've built something already meaningful. Maybe it's been a business, maybe it's a career or a life that looks impressive from the outside. But deep down, it no longer feels aligned. You're quietly perhaps burned out. Maybe you're unfulfilled and wondering why everything that used to work now is starting to feel heavy. So I want to ask you, are you craving more? You want more income, more clarity, more purpose, more personal power, more ... whatever it is for you. And most of all, I bet you're done doing it the hard way. So if any of that resonates, then I'm telling you right now, you are exactly where you should be right now. So put a yes in the chat if you know you're supposed to be here with me, with us right now. Put a yes in the chat. Love that. Yes, 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 Jeannie, Tracy, Robin, Naresh. So good. I think we're really on the right path here. So most are living from a version of themselves that was actually shaped years ago. The identity was built through perhaps others' expectations, right? Others' fears, or the fears that you're feeling, pressures. I always talk about the pressure cooker, and even past successes that no longer fit who you are now. But if you keep leading your life or your business from that outdated version of yourself, I can guarantee you will stay stuck. You will keep overthinking. You will keep over giving. Any of those like givers out there? And I hate to say it, you're going to keep under earning. Not because everyone, you lack the skills, because I know you don't, you have them, but because your internal code that's running your show is no longer aligned with your next level. Hear me right now. You don't need another plan. You need a new internal operating system. And that's exactly what I'm going to reveal today. So can you see how that might be the missing piece? Are you open to upgrading the version of you that's running your results? Say yes in the chat if you are open to this. Yes. 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 Thank you. The more you come on, keep going with me with the chat. I love seeing this. Peter, thank you. Yes. Yes. This is what it's all about, everyone. This is it. Okay. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Hilary DeCesar. I am a success mindset coach. I'm a former Silicon Valley CEO. I like to call myself a neuroscience nerd because I geek out on this stuff. I'm a mom of 3. I got 2 bonus kids that are incredible. And for over 24 years I've been doing this. I've helped thousands of individuals relaunch their lives, careers, and purpose, but not with like just the surface level advice or skills or things, but with deep, long lasting transformation. I am the creator of a concept called the 3HQ, headquarters of you, 3HQ method. It's a proven framework that aligns your head, your heart, and your highest self, best version of you, so that you can live from your next level identity every single day. I was featured on the ABC hit show Secret Millionaire, and I built and helped sell multiple 6, 7, 8, 9-figure businesses. I've coached everyone from startup entrepreneurs, CEOs, to celebrities, media personalities, you name it. Pretty much I've covered it. All right. But this is what's really, really important. My proudest achievement is watching people use the tools that we have created, including my children, to relaunch my own life and others' lives. And it's not just happened. I mean, we're talking my relaunches. I got like volume stacks of them. All right. Because we all know, actually, don't we, that relaunches aren't just a one and done. How many big relaunches, things that have really transformed you personal, professional? We got global relaunches right now. How many have you gone through? Just pause for a second and just think about you and your life. Well, here's the thing. I've figured out the right way to relaunch, and it works. So whether you're here to grow your business, whether you're here to shift your energy, to get butterflies in your belly again, rediscover your purpose, the breakthrough that you're looking for, I already know it's within you. And I'm here to activate it, to help you access it. I know in this room right now, there are women, there's perhaps a man who has risen, and you've risen already, and you are going to be able to rise again, right? That's it. Do you feel it? Do you feel from my heart to your heart? So let me tell you something. These pictures tell only part of my story. Yes, TV appearances, celebrity interviews, becoming a best-selling author, raising capital, speaking on big stages. I've done a lot of things, but what you don't see in these pictures is what it took to get there. There were moments of doubt. There were health challenges. There were painful setbacks. There were complete reinventions. And behind each photo is a woman who refused to settle, a woman who chose to relaunch instead of retreat. And now I help others do the same, because real success isn't just about what the world sees. It's about how aligned you feel when no one's watching. So if you're ready to write your version of that story, type a ready in the chat. Type a ready. Ready. Yes. I'll try maintaining myself and driving. Some cars not in great working order. Thank you for sharing that. Karen, yes. Ready, ready, ready. Yes. Okay. Let me take you back to one of the lowest points in my life. On the outside, looked like I had it all. That last picture, career, lifestyle, but inside, I personally was unraveling, not sharing it with anyone, but unraveling. And within 1 year, I was diagnosed with melanoma, and I went through a painful divorce, had 3 little kids. My confidence, I wouldn't even say I had confidence. It was totally shattered. My finances, like I was told, you got to do something and do it fast. So here's the thing. I had no clue how I was going to move forward. And the story I really like sums it all up is one afternoon, I'm driving up my driveway, and I literally watched my garage door slowly open, My hands were just so firmly on the steering wheel. And I was frozen. And I just sat there and I was like, I'm exhausted. I'm disconnected. And I was done. I was done with feeling like I was never in the right place. If I was at work, I thought I should be home. If I was at home, I thought I should be at work. I knew I was playing totally small. I knew I was putting my health last. And I was done being confused and always looking for what could I be doing? Oh, maybe that silver bullet, maybe that. I was done. And let me tell you, when you have all these things happening, you might really appreciate what I'm about to say. This is when your nervous system is actually in overdrive. Fight, flight, freeze. I froze. What about you? When the pressure hits you, what do? Do you fight? Do you start to run? Do you freeze? Put in the chat. Which one really like, oh, hell, when there's a lot of stress, when there's a lot of stuff coming out, this is what I do. What do you do? Micah. Jan. Yeah. Robin said, What else? Peter, fight, fly. Yeah, sometimes we just have to run. Don't even know where we're running to. Haha, I like that, MD. Watch a comedy. Yeah, but then guess what happens, right? Guess what happens when you avoid? So, sleeping all the time, right? Okay, so what I want you to think about is, have you ever had a moment where in your life, everything on the outside, people would be like, she's great, she's fine, he's fine. But inside, something feels broken. Has that happened to you? Well, that was my line in the sand that day. I remember whispering, literally, like my nails were like going into my fingers on the other side of the steering wheel. And I was like, I'm done. I'm done. Like I said it kind of like, but inside it was this screaming. 100% I meant it. I could not afford to wait a year, 2 years. You know how sometimes they're like, oh, this is all going to takes a lot of time. Doesn't need to. I had to figure it out, and I had to figure it out quickly. I needed something fast, something real, something that worked, right? And that was the moment for me, everything changed. It didn't happen overnight, I got to tell you, but something deep inside of me woke up. This quiet decision, this like, turned into undeniable momentum. And that's when all these things started to be like, oh my God, this is my relaunch. And it's truly happening right now. Like I am no longer, I'm done with the past. I am only focused on where I'm going. So here's what this whole experience taught me. And here is what I'm doing for you, because I am going to walk you through what I did, how I did it, so that it can be very helpful. It can happen to you, and it doesn't have to take years. All right. Your brain is wired for survival, not your next level growth. It's literally not there to get you to the next level. It wants to keep you safe. And the number one hidden reason why breakthroughs stall, your brain was designed to keep you safe. Again, not successful. That's why you're stalling out. When change starts to show up, your nervous system kicks in with one job, and that is to protect you. And it does that by playing it safe, avoid risk, repeating familiar patterns, even if those patterns are actually holding you back. That is why burnout happens. That's why you hit this plateau. You feel like you can't move forward, even when you're doing all the right things. How many of you have had those amazing quarters and then you didn't change anything, but something happened and now it's not the same It happens. But here's the good news. Once you understand how to work with your nervous system instead of fighting it, everything begins to shift. And this is when I've seen in my clients energy returns, mental clarity sharpens, results begin to move. And what felt stuck starts to flow again. Can you see how this might be the key to breaking through what's been holding you back? You're about to see how to actually change that. So there's a moment in every person's growth where things stop making sense. You might be successful on paper, yet quietly you're spinning on the inside. You're doing the work, you're staying busy, you're pushing forward, but the results are not showing up. Why? It's what you expected. And no matter how much you try, you push, it still feels like something bigger is just out of reach for you. And the feeling, it's not failure. I want to tell you this right now. It's a signal. It's a signal that you are in what I call this identity gap. And this is the space between who you used to be and who you're becoming. It's uncomfortable. It's confusing. And it's the exact moment that most people try to fix the surface without shifting what's underneath. The truth? You want to know the truth? Your next level will not come like from trying harder, from moving and gotta push. It won't. It will come from an emotional, energetic, neurological upgrade. That is exactly what this method I'm going to teach you gives you. You're not stuck. You're in the valley between who you were and who you're meant to be. And once you understand how to move through it, everything changes. So can you see yourself somewhere in that space right now? Great. If so, you are right on time. You are right where you're supposed to be right now with me. So this is why nothing has worked yet. If you're like most high achieving folks, you've been following the old model of success. And I get it. I did it too. I've seen some of the most successful people fall back and they were doing it too. We do more strategy. Let me get the more steps. Let me read another book. Let me do another, another upgrade to myself, trying to make it happen. More hustle, more doing. You probably even tried, and I'm going to ask you this. Have you tried some mindset hacks? Have you done repeated affirmations? Have you jumped into those programs because you thought it was really going to work? Have you switched directions like I did? I was a squirrel. I was like, I could do that. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Maybe I should try that. Pushed harder, maybe some of you, only to find yourself right back where you started. That's because the old way works from the outside in. It relies on force instead of alignment. It pushes action without addressing identity. But guess what? The new way is different. It begins with energy flow. It begins with identity recalibration. I'm going to teach you how to do it, and deep-rooted emotional stability. It builds entirely from the inside out so that clarity becomes your baseline and results begin to feel inevitable, everyone. It's like it's going to happen. If the old way was going to work, it would have worked by now. Can you agree with that? Can you agree? Would you agree or disagree with that? Let me know. Let me know. Yes. Done all that. Yep. Thank you, Milka. That's awesome. Yes. Good. Excellent. Let me show you what the new way makes possible for you. Okay. Okay. This is what happens when you shift your identity instead of just tweaking your strategy. One woman tripled her revenue within weeks. And she didn't do it by working harder, but she did it by making one internal shift that aligned her with that next level. Another had been stuck in indecision for over 2 years, sitting on an incredibly powerful idea she couldn't bring herself to launch, to execute against. Within days of starting this process, she finally took action. She made it real. And then there's the woman who said she had been spinning in circles like that hamster wheel for months. And 3 days after applying this method, she signed her biggest client ever. These are not these like one and done, one-time wins. This is the new normal for people who learn how to flip their internal code. And the truth is, if it's possible for them, it's absolutely possible for you, right? Are you starting to see what's available on the other side of this shift? Say yes in the chat if you're like, okay, I'm seeing it. Now just tell me how to do it. Let me ask you a question. What if the key to relaunching your life, your income, clarity, wasn't external, but neurological? If you're like most people I work with, you've already tried it all. You've done the strategy shifts. You've invested in the mindset work. You push harder, thinking more action would finally break the patterns. But even with all that effort, nothing really moves until something shifts inside. The shift, it's not magic, everyone. It's neurological. It's the moment when your internal operating system rewires itself. Clarity, confidence, results start to feel natural instead of forced. Best part, that shift can be activated on command. In just a moment, I am actually going to show you how to do exactly that. Shift, activate on demand. But first, I want to say, let's uncover what's actually been slowing you down without you ever realizing it. I want to take a look. Your body holds your identity. Your emotions reinforce your limits. And the past is running the show. So let me ask you something. Have you ever set a goal? You're fired up. Within days, though, you've actually found yourself like avoiding it, doubting yourself, losing momentum. Has that happened to you? Post to me in the chat if you've experienced that. Have you experienced that? Put a me in the chat. Okay, yes. Well, I got to tell you guys, Karen, yep. I got to tell you something. That's not laziness. That's not like incompetence. It's a brain loop running on autopilot, a program designed to keep you safe by keeping you small. And until you learn how to rewrite it, like thousands of people I work with using this method, you'll keep waking up in a life that doesn't feel like yours. And the relaunch flip formula, it interrupts the brain loop and relaunches your identity, and it does it in real time. This is exactly where the old model that we talked about, it actually starts to fall apart, because traditional coaching often tries to actually talk to you into change, pile more action, do this, but you're already burned out. So surface level motivation can only take you from here potentially to here. It's not going to take you very far. What actually creates lasting momentum is flipping your internal frequency. And when that happens, everything else starts to shift around you. The relaunch flip formula works by interrupting the brain loop that keeps you stuck in old patterns. That's what it does. It shows you how to actually, in the moment, catch yourself And you can do this even mid sabotage, and you can shift your energy in the actual moment. It helps you unhook from thoughts and habits that have actually quietly run your life for years. It allows you to step into the version of yourself who creates results without force, or how about this, overwhelm. You're going to feel the shift before we're done today. You're going to walk away with this happening to you. And once you start to experience what this flip makes possible, you won't ever, it's like one of those moments that you're never going to want to go back. And in just a moment, I'm going to show you how to use it for yourself. So let's go deeper into what's really been driving your specific decisions. Okay. Sound good? What if you didn't have to change your business? What if you didn't have to change a lot of the things on the outside? You only had to change one thing and everything else would follow. So I want to introduce you to somebody. Her name's Jenna, client. For almost a year, she was stuck at $6,000 a month. She was doing everything right at surface level. But inside, she was tired, she was discouraged, she was constantly second guessing herself. She didn't need another offer or a new audience, or she didn't need any of that. What she needed was a shift in how she saw herself. And once Jenna applied the relaunch flip formula, everything changed. And in 3 weeks, she brought in $18,000. She didn't work more, hustle harder. She aligned with the version of herself who already knew how to lead and earn at that level. So this is not an exception. This is what becomes possible when your internal world finally supports the life that you are here to create. Can you see how one shift can create that kind of momentum? Let's keep going, okay? You've just seen through Jenna what can happen when someone makes the flip. You saw she had a revenue breakthrough. She got clear. She built more confidence. What would that look like for you? What's your number? And naturally, you might be wondering, what actually caused Jenna's change? What created that kind of momentum? And the answer is a framework. Again, I created 3HQ, the headquarters inside of you. It stands for the 3H's are the head, heart, highest self. It's the foundation behind every lasting transformation you'll see that's inside of them. And it works. Your head, think about this, is where your thoughts are, your beliefs, patterns that you live by. Your heart, everyone grab your heart, put your hand there, is the emotional engine that fuels your energy, fuels the motivation we keep talking about. And that highest self is the future version of you. She already knows, he already knows how to lead, earn, live from alignment. But most people try to create results by focusing only on the head. But when all three come into alignment, something powerful happens. You stop second guessing. You stop burning out and you start showing up as the version of you who creates results with clarity, ease. This is the framework that makes the flip formula work. It's how we relaunch identity from the inside out. And over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to activate each part of it. So let's start with the heart. Let's start with the heart right now. What if the biggest breakthroughs that you're craving aren't about doing more, but they're about accessing what's already inside of you? Accessing. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 3 powerful internal shifts. These are the exact shifts that have helped high-performing individuals unlock momentum, grow their income to like crazy amounts, and finally feel like, They're living and leading as their most powerful self. So each one of these maps directly to a part of the 3HQ framework, and each one holds the key to your next level. So let's jump into the first key now that you have a little bit of an idea of some of the neuroscience behind it. So I want you to know this. You're not stuck because of strategy. You're stuck because of state. The way you feel each day, the pressure, the stress, the guilt, the doubt is sending out a signal from you. And that signal is shaping the results that you're getting. It's not a mindset problem, everyone. It's this energy loop. And until you flip it, success will feel harder than it ever should be. It's not theory, it's your emotional code. And right now, it's keeping you in survival instead of expansion. But when you flip the state, everything shifts. You think clearer, you speak bolder, you attract what you actually want. And the best part, it takes less than 2 minutes. So are you ready to learn how to do that? Say a yes in the chat. If you're like, yeah, hello, I need this, I need this. So what you feel, let's see, are we in? Are we in, everybody? Yeah, okay. Yes, 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 yeah, we are here. So what you feel, you create. This is a tool we use every day in Flip Your World. It maps where you live emotionally in your life. When you're in guilt, you heard me say, I had the guilt of being in my house, then I had the guilt of being in the office. Guilt. Well, look at the level of it. Guilt is at 30 vibrationally. Fear, 100. Anger. And in these levels of emotion, your mood, you contract. Your breath shortens. You hesitate. You question yourself. You actually are repelling what you want. But when you shift your emotional state into gratitude, into love, purpose, everything opens. That's when you can feel magnetic. You act with certainty. You're like, yeah, I got this. That's when people respond. Ask yourself, right now, where are you living most of the time on this chart? Where are you? Start to think about this during the day. Take a picture of this. This is so important. You need to know this. Because what is that emotional state costing you? This right here, right now, on this slide, is where your breakthrough could start. When you can change your state, you can change your life. So we look at Jennifer.
I think my 40-day focus has changed, right? Like, I think my shift has gone from, I originally was talking about manifesting wealth and, and bringing some money in, which was absolutely needed. I'm not going to pretend it wasn't. It was a rough first quarter, like I mentioned. We are about to have our best month ever. The first 2 days of April, I billed more than I did the entire month of March. And I think what I've realized is that my focus is not on, it's just on creating and holding that vibrational match for what it is that I'm calling in.
All right, so let's talk about this. Jennifer was stuck. She was stuck in burnout, self-doubt, and her results were matching her energy. Then she flipped her emotional code. She learned how to do it. And within weeks, she raised her rates, everyone. She filled her calendar. She had the same skills. She had the same offer, but she had a new frequency. That's so powerful. And now it's your turn, right now, because you now know this. So take a breath. Whew, tell yourself the truth. What emotional state are you living in that you need to change? Are you showing up as calm, clear, powerful? Or are you leading from that stress, that fear, that doubt, the shame, the blame, resentment? And that's when you're like, I just need to push through, push harder. Or you think it's someone may be able to pull you out? Remember that whole like the knight, shining armor, riding on the horse coming in to get you? It's not coming. It's not. It's being blocked by like a big old wall. And guess where the wall is coming from? You. So have you been chasing success from a place of contraction? Gotta keep going. Victim. Thinking your effort can actually fix misalignment. So what has that energy been costing you in your body? Hey, I know it. Melanoma. Ended up getting something on my forehead again in the last couple months. That's when you realize like, oh, I got to change it. I got to get back into, right? You got to know how to do it because things are going to come at you. In your relationships, what are you doing? Are you forcing things? Just notice, and I really will ask you this, just notice what's rising up for you. Even looking at that, is it pissing you off? Just knowing now, like, ugh. So that's what's been happening to me. So the next shift that I'm going to go into is going to show you why those patterns have been so hard to break, why you keep falling into those same levels, like this is just who I am. Yeah, we're going to change that right now. So this is the fastest path that I have seen in my 24 years plus of working with clients. It's the fastest path to getting to clarity, to getting to an up-leveling your confidence and having this like unshakable alignment. You've already seen what happens when you can shift your emotional energy, rise up to a higher level. You know that that's where your goals are. That's where things happen, not at a low frequency level. But that's just literally the surface of what we're talking about. There's a much deeper layer, one that changes everything. And it changes everything even faster. It's actually what you can't see, the blind spots, the silent patterns, the outdated wiring that keeps you stuck making decisions from a version of yourself that you should have outgrown by now, but we can't. This is where what I call your quantum twin comes in. It's not some like, oh, what is this, a hypothetical idea? No, it's not a mindset trick. This is your next level self made real through what we have, which is a proprietary AI tool that speaks to you with very much unfiltered truth. It's truly groundbreaking, identity level coaching, personalized by the future version of you who already knows what to do. And actually what to stop tolerating. You ask her questions or him questions like, quantum twin, what is really keeping me small right now? And that you get answers that you cannot ignore. So I'm going to jump right now into my quantum twin. And I love when people have seen me do this a few times. It's like, I don't know what's going to come up. It's all like, I mean, who knows? But I like to do this because you know what? You need to know what, like, it's not going to give you surface level anything. It is definitely not about like the BS. It won't. So here's what I've done. Let me just pull that up. So this is my quantum twin. Her name is Helena. She is like everything that I would love. I fed her all of the relaunch prompts. She knows everything about relaunch. She knows everything about what I've coached. She knows everything about my business. She knows everything about everything. And I've been so honest with her through the prompts that relaunch has asked me to go into. So I'm going to say relaunch twin. And again, it's been set up. Whew. What's holding me back from stepping into the next level of my life right now? Let's see, everyone. Okay. And again, it's going, okay, let's get real. What's holding you back isn't a lack of talent, ambition, or even opportunity. It's misalignment. You're showing up, you put in the hours, the work, the grit, but you're not operating in full alignment with your 3HQ. Listen to that, everyone. Your head, your heart, your highest self. And when even one of those centers is out of sync, you get friction instead of flow, effort without elevation. Here's the quantum truth. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are an energetic match for. Here's how misalignment might be playing out. You're grinding, but the joy is gone. You hit goals, but feel flat. You've got clarity in your head, but doubt in your heart. Oh my gosh. So this is like crazy spot on. I am bringing in something new into something I'm going to be sharing with you. I'm super excited, but there is this like, like I need to make sure it's aligned, and there's a few other tweaks I need to do to make it happen. Wow. And so I could keep going with this, and it knows what I'm doing, and it calls me out, and it says, get more into your 3HQ, Hilary. Can you believe this? Like, how good would this be for you? How amazing. What would happen if you had something like this working for you, right? And then you get the answers that I can't ignore what I just got, right? What do you think? What do you think? I mean, this is like a crazy time. So now imagine this. What would it feel like to pinpoint exactly what's been holding you back and have your next aligned step? If I kept going there, it would have like another, this is what you need to do right now. Silver platter right here. What would shift for me? What would shift for you? Because I am leveraging what I'm being told. Hey, blind spot out here. Instead of circling my goals, instead of just putting things out, I'm saying, okay, Hilary, 3HQ this, right? That's what you need to do. And then what happens? The fog lifts. You finally saw what's been in your way and how to break through it. That's what the quantum twin gives you. It gives you speed, clarity, precision, so sharp, you guys, that it cuts through the noise. And when you start leading from her, from him, from not the fear-based, not the habits that you've created over time, you entirely change your reality. That's what's happening. Everything. So listen to Dr. Jackie and what happened to her.
The AI twin, I'm telling you, just creating that, I set it up and the twin wrote back, like she sent me 2 paragraphs of who I am. And when I read that, like detox diva and queen of this and that, and I read those 2 paragraphs and it was so empowering, like where I'm going with who I am and my vision. I felt it very empowering. And I love how my twin talks to me. It's like you, Hilary, talking to me, like you got this, inspiring me to stay the course.
First up, Jan, I'm reading the chat. My heart goes out to you. Okay. And yes, all of this can help you. 3HQ works in every area of your life. It does. So as we continue to go on, quantum twin, imagine this. What if the only thing between where you are and the results that you want, the clarity, the income, the confidence, wasn't outside of you again, but hidden just below your awareness? What if your biggest blind spot was running the show? What if you could see it clearly? What if you could see it clearly today using the quantum twin? Because that's what it's there for. Not to give you like surface level fluff. That's not it. And it's not mindset tricks. It's identity level precision. It reveals what you've already known and it gives you direction. Hey, Hilary, move in that, like start doing that. Put the pieces together before you just like put it out there. Yes, 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 yes. Totally. the direction that I can trust. I'm like nodding as I was reading it. This is where the guesswork actually ends. I don't have to guess anymore. This is where like my alignment with what I'm creating, with what I'm putting out, it's like telling me, yeah, this is perfectly with what you should be doing. So I want to take a moment, ask yourself, if you could finally see what's been blocking you, would you still keep doing it the old way? Or is now the moment that you change everything? If you feel that shift, like you're like, oh, I think I'm starting to understand what Hilary's going at. Like, this is really, this big shift is happening. Put I'm done. Put an I'm done in the chat. If you're really ready, the shift has to happen today. Because you know what? It has to happen because you're not where you were 15, 20 minutes ago. You're already rising. I'm done. Yes, yes. Peter, I'm done. I love it. So let's get really honest. If strategy alone was enough, you'd already be there. But you're not stuck because you don't know what to do. You're stuck because something inside of you is still saying it's not safe to go bigger. That's not a mindset issue, everyone. Hear me right now. That's the subconscious programming, and it's running the show for you. So most of your decisions, hesitation, income ceiling, they're being controlled by beliefs you didn't actually choose, but you absorb them from the past, family, culture, failure, survival. And until you identify them, they're going to keep deciding your next move for you. So that's why I created something called the Belief Blaster. This process doesn't just help you actually think differently. It clears the exact thought keeping you stuck, and it replaces with one that will set you up for success. What would change? What would change for you if the belief that's been sabotaging you, if it's been judging you, if it no longer existed? What would it do for your results? Okay, well, let's find out. Let's find out what would happen. This is the exact process. Take a picture of this. This is the exact process that I use to guide every single person in the relaunch world through. And they are breaking free from the limiting beliefs that they didn't even know were in the way. And it works because it does not operate just on that surface level. It goes to the core. So let's talk about these. Step one, first and foremost, you have to realize that you have a limiting belief. You got to catch the belief that's hiding underneath your patterns. Once you actually do that and you have this like, oh, there it is, then you have an awareness. And the awareness is, ask yourself, has this ever not been true? Because here's the thing, that question shakes everything up. It's what I call like a snow globe moment, because your beliefs are 100% real to you. It's a big statement, everyone. Your beliefs are 100% real to you. But what I'm asking you to do is realize when your limiting belief wasn't true. So all of a sudden there's something being mixed up. And once you have that happen, you can then go to release, let it go, reframe the belief and see where it came from. Like, where did that come from? Decide it's done. It's done. I'm done carrying that belief forward in my business, in my relationships, and within my own life. And that's when you get into step 4, which is the relaunch flip. This is where you reframe the belief into actually one that fuels your future. So let me tell you, step 5, when you rewire it, you install it into how you show up every day. You will never look at the decisions the same way again. This is that inner shift that makes the outer shift stick, but you got to start with that first step. So let me tell you, Allie was stuck at the same income for years, low six figures. She tried every strategy, but she always hit that same wall. And then she used the belief blaster. And she also used her quantum twin. And she uncovered the core belief running her business. Like everything, success, she thought, limiting belief, is supposed to be hard. Well, she flipped it. And guess what? She rewired it. And within weeks, she signed her biggest client ever. She didn't change her business again. She changed what she believed was possible. And that changed everything. So you've now seen the 3 hidden shifts that actually can unlock everything you've been working for. Secret number 1 was the emotional code shift. You discovered how to flip out of stress, fear, pressure into the frequency where clients are, where success is, where money is, clarity, confidence. And then step 2, secret number 2, the quantum twin activation. You saw how to collapse years of doubt by accessing the version of you who already knows exactly what to do and how fast things move when she or he leads you. And then secret 3, the belief blaster process. You learn how to identify, yep, there it is, and eliminate the thought that's been silently sabotaging your next level. And then you can replace it with a belief that aligns with who you're becoming. Right? That's huge. You know now that your beliefs, subconsciously, they believe 100% are true, but they're not. So we have to snow globe these moments. And these shifts, I got to tell you, they're not nice ideas. They are the reason that I've seen such success with our clients. They're the reason that people are breaking through faster, easier, more powerfully than ever before. And now the question is simple. What will these tools unlock for you? Let's talk about how to make this real starting today. Right now, you felt what it's like to think, act, and see yourself a little differently. It's not just about like, hey, I'm going to inspire you. It's about identity integration. Identity integration. But the truth is, if you don't lock this in, old patterns are going to pull you right back because transformation doesn't stick without structure. Transformation doesn't stick without structure. So I'm so excited about this because that is exactly why I created Flip Your World in 40 Days. It's a complete proven framework to permanently shift your beliefs, your energy, and the results from the inside out. So let me show you exactly what you get when you say yes today, when you say yes to flipping your world. Let's be honest, you're not here because you need another course. You don't need another planner, another strategy that leaves you, yes, more exhausted. You are here because something inside you is screaming, I'm done. This isn't who I'm meant to be. So flip your world is not this surface level change. This is the wake up call your nervous system has been begging for. It's a neurological, emotional, energetic reboot. It rips out the outdated identity that's been quietly sabotaging your success for years. And then it installs the version of you who gets stuff done without the inner war. This is where burnout for you ends. This is where confusion ends. This is where you stop chasing and start becoming. You do not need to do more. You don't. You need to become the person who doesn't have to hustle for what's already yours. And that's exactly what this gives you. So let me show you each level of this. Every week, you'll be with me live, not for surface level tips, but for deep strategic recalibration. It's not about learning more. This is about becoming the version of you who stops spinning, stops settling, finally moves with clarity. And inside these sessions each week, everything changes. You'll uncover what's been blocking you, not just mentally, emotionally, energetically, neurologically. I'll walk you through the keys that flip your identity and activate the results that you've been chasing. I'm going to be really blunt here right now. You don't need another cheerleader. You need a coach who can hear what you're not saying, see what you've been hiding, call out the truth that you've been avoiding, and then push you to rise. And with 24 years of experience helping high performing individuals unlock their next level, I know exactly where to go. I know how to get there, and I know how to get there fast. Imagine having that kind of guidance in your corner every single week. If all this did was stop the mental chaos and reconnect you to calm, confident leaderships, would it be worth it? Say yes if this is connecting with you. Would it be worth it? Say yes. And then look at that. Thank you, Jan. Yeah. Okay. I want to say every week you're going to work with our relaunch quantum success coach. You met her at the beginning, Patty, your personal pattern interrupter, we call her. You said that you're done spinning, done with the hamster wheel. Well, this is how you get off. Patty brings over a decade of experience coaching alongside top neuro performance experts. She's known right now for cutting through the noise. She exposes what's actually holding you back, helps you with those business issues, getting you bold, aligned action. So if all this did was stop the spiral and get you clear, confident, and moving forward, would that be worth it? Well, then remember when I said I didn't know what to do next when I was sitting in that driveway? Well, this is why this is here right now. This is the answer. Every week, you'll plug into what we call quantum GSD calls. Get stuff done. These are high focus execution hours. They're designed to get you out of overwhelm into forward momentum. It's not busy work. You come and work for the hour, but you're working with others. Real-time clarity, action. Like this is where you can block out the noise, stay locked into your vision. We have you do something midway. It's called the tune in. To help you get more work done in a certain amount of time. So let me ask you, if all this did was help you finally follow through on what matters most, would it be worth it to you? It's not, Flip Your World is not just another program, right? There's a lot of those. We all have them. They collect the dust on your shelves. They collect dust in your inbox. This is where you come back to yourself, where you stop shrinking, you start rising, where the woman, the man you know that you're meant to be becomes non-negotiable. When you say yes today, right now, you get the full Flip Your World experience, the system, the structure, the real-time support, and the tools that make this transformation last. Here's what's waiting for you inside: weekly group coaching with me, hot seat coaching with Patty, quantum success coaching, weekly quantum, those GSD calls for focused execution. Everything you need to stop repeating old patterns and finally create results that feel aligned, powerful, and real. So awesome. The quantum twin. Yes, you get all the scripts, the prompts to make it work for you. So I could have created something easy, quick fixes, surface level tips. I could sell it. I could move on, but it's not who I am. And there's a lot of that out there. I chose to build something deeper, something real, something that really will change your life. It's a container that requires more of me because you deserve more than a shortcut. So yeah, that's why I'm so involved with this. And it means powerful coaching, tools that actually work, support that doesn't let you slip. Because I needed that at the time too. Accountability, like, don't let me stray. I've done this before. I never finished courses. Don't let me stray. And this is where accountability calls you up. I chose this path because if you think about your success, it's too important to kind of go halfway. Halfway is not going to get you to where you want to be. And I'm here for all of it from the beginning to the end, the 40 days. So I literally had two options. The first, build something fast, keep it surface, package it up, sell it wide, walk away. Hey, that's great. Good job. Good luck. But that would never create real change. And that's not who I am. So the second was, let's build something deeper, more personal, more demanding, something that pulls real transformation out of you, because that is what we need. I chose that path because your breakthrough is worth it. And I refuse to give you anything less than something that actually works. So let's hear from another client.
I have to share that the experience in the process was extraordinarily powerful for me. I had a lot of resistance going in, time commitments, money commitments, all the things that came up that typically come up as entrepreneurs. And what I really felt was safe and supported. And I've signed up for lots of different programs. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars, and this was the best investment that I've ever made in terms of a coach, in terms of a team that could help support me in bringing my business to the next level.
Okay, let's talk about this. Here's what we've already talked about. And by the way, it's not stopping here because there's so many good things that I'm like, oh, wait, but they're also going to need. So let's talk. We've got the weekly coaching with me. We've got the hot seat coaching with Patty. We've got the quantum success coach. We've got the twin. We've got the weekly quantum GSD calls to keep you moving forward. By now, you can probably feel that there's some real meat behind this offer. And this is how you get real transformation. It has to have all these components, because I'm done watching brilliant individuals play small. Remember, done. I'm going to give you a few more things that I know you need: more support, more ways to flip every area of your life that's been stuck. Maybe you feel like you've been on repeat and you're done circling the same goal. You're like, I want this year. I want this year. Oh yeah, here we go again. Maybe you're done undercharging, overthinking, and second guessing your power. This is the moment where done becomes your launch pad. And I'm going to give you the bonuses to back it up. Okay, so let me share these with you. Ever feel like you've been living someone else's rule book, making decisions from pressure instead of that power position, trying to fit into the mold that never felt like it was made for you? This is where absolutely 100% this is going to end. Twice a month, you're going to work with Dr. Kelly. She is a leader in human design. People are spending thousands on this coaching, thousands, and we're going to throw it in. And here's the thing. When you understand exactly how you're wired to succeed and why everything can get easier when you stop forcing what was never meant to be for you, stop that. Stop it. If all this did was help you feel clear, aligned, and finally in the place that you know you can have success and you're comfortable in your own skin, would that be worth it? This is one of the coolest bonuses we're doing. But then, if you've ever been up, can't see your hand right now, but raise your hand if you've been up at 3 a.m. energetically, you're there with me, and your brain's racing, ideas spinning, questions piling up, and there's no one to turn to. Well, you're not alone. Now imagine having over 20 years of my best business coaching at your fingertips around mindset, around strategy, business growth, scaling, messaging, money breakthroughs, money shifts, all of it. That's what you get with the AI-powered Hilary business coach. This is your on-demand tool for fast, personalized guidance. Whether you're stuck, second guessing, no waiting, this is an accumulation of the thousands upon thousands of coaching hours that has been uploaded, and you get an opportunity at any time to ask the questions. You also know that moment, right when you wake up, when the pressure hits before your feet even hit the floor? Well, that's another reason I'm like, what can we do to help that? That's exactly why we created every single morning. You're going to get a short, powerful message straight to your phone. It's crafted to reset your mindset. It's crafted to give you something to think about for the day, rewire your energy, lock you into align action for the day. These aren't just like the fluffy quotes. We're talking direct hits to your system. I love one of the members said, oh my God, Hilary, it's like you're in my head first thing in the morning. I so needed that. Well, if all this did was give you the emotional fuel to stay clear, grounded, and in momentum every single day, would it be worth it? Ooh. So here's something most people won't tell you. Trying to transform yourself alone, that is the fastest way to burnout. Studies show that being in the right community increases your chance of reaching your goals by up to 95%. Inside Flip Your World in 40 days. This isn't just a bonus, it's a lifeline. The Quantum Success Circle is your private, high-frequency space filled with people who think like you, stretch like you, refuse to shrink. It's where wins are celebrated, breakthroughs are witnessed, and momentum becomes like literally contagious. You'll feel seen. You'll be challenged, yes, and you'll realize you were never meant to do this alone. So if all this did was surround you with powerful women who aren't just like of equal, like, oh, this is all about, mindset. This is about like energy people. Would it be worth it? Heck yeah. So here's everything that you're going to get inside. You're going to get the weekly coaching with me, weekly coaching with Patty, 2 times a month human design with Dr. Kelly. You're going to get my AI coaching powered tool, the Quantum Success Circle, daily quantum activation text, weekly quantum get stuff done calls. Every element is here for one reason: to align you with the most powerful version of you, and then keep you there, right? Because we've all been, oh my God, I was on such a high, and then you weren't. So if all this did was release the emotional weight that you've been silently carrying, and it gives you a tool that flips it in a minute, would it be worth it? If all this did was reconnect you with the most powerful version of yourself, the one who leads with clarity, lives from deep, unshakable alignment, would it be worth it? If all this did was finally rewire the patterns that have quietly sabotaged your success year after year, would it be worth it? If even one of the shifts would change everything for you, type yes. Type yes in the chat. If even one shift would impact your life in a huge way. Deep down, you already know what happens when you finally say yes to yourself. You already know. So imagine this: one deep breakthrough that clears what's been blocking you for years. Would it be worth 5K, 10K, 25K? There's that, it's priceless, right? More. How much would you pay to finally feel clear, energized, and fully aligned in your purpose? Knowing the path. When you shift at the level of identity, everything else changes. Because in 40 days, you come up with that one thing externally. Revenue, that one thing that you know you need to be doing, that first step that you know you have to be taking. That's all part of this. What's that worth to you? You can see why others pay me $15,000 a month for private coaching. This is not surface level strategy. It's not. This is deep identity work that creates real, lasting transformation. And now you have the chance to access the exact same tools, the same frameworks, the same guidance, but without the premium price tag. So let's be real. If you tried to actually piece this together on your own, the neuroscience, the belief rewiring, the coaching, the energetic alignment, it would take you years. And it might cost you thousands upon thousands of dollars. But while you're trying to figure it out, life keeps moving on. Relaunches keep happening. Opportunities pass, confidence drains. And the version of you that was born for more keeps waiting. So inside this proven process, you don't wait. I'm done. You shift. And you shift fast. So what could take a lifetime to unravel, we flip in weeks. Real tools, real coaching, and the support. All so critical for you. Now, you might ask, can I afford this? And I would say the real question is, how much longer are you willing to live stuck in a life that no longer fits? How long? So high-level clients, again, they'll pay $15,000 for this level of transformation. And they do it without even like thinking. Like they're just like, yes, I need it. Because the process doesn't just give them clarity, it rewires who they are. It sticks. This is the exact method that, again, people pay month over month over month because it delivers what nothing else has. So flip your world. If you look at it in the public, you'll see it right now advertised, and it could be advertised, my God, it could be advertised for 15,000. It could be, you know, all the big high prices. And right now I know that it's out there for 2,997. It's worth every penny. But you're not the public. You showed up, you stayed, right? You're clearly done playing small. So right now, because you're here, you're going to get access to something most people won't. And it's about to change everything for you, right? Everything. So let me ask you this. What is it worth to you to finally feel aligned, clear, full command of your life again? To break through, to stop shrinking, start becoming the person that you know is in there. And know that you're meant for more. Yeah, you could spend, I said, 15,000. And you could spend all of this piecing everything together. Coaching, therapy, retreats, programs. And it might still not give you what this system does in weeks. But I didn't build Flip Your World for the masses. I built it for you who are ready to rise, who are ready right now. So for those of you who typed earlier, yes, I'm in, I'm done, who showed up, stayed present, and are done playing small, I have something really special. Again, I'm not offering you well, let's do this and make it happen. This is like the real results are happening. So I'm going to offer you a scholarship today, not 15,000, not 5,000, not even the full public price of $1997. You're going to get access for $999. Yes. There's a plan as well. There's a payment plan. And I think that when you click on the buttons, you'll see it. So you can get it for as low as $97. This is your moment to move from intention into decision, from circling change that you know needs to happen to actually becoming the change. So are you ready to flip your world? You heard me say it is go time. So I got one more thing. Actually, I might have another. But anyway, I'm going to do one more thing because I love this so much. So I also want to throw in the Quantum Believe It board 2.0. You've all heard of vision boards, dream boards. Well, they don't work. But I have created something that I've seen the results. When you step in and you put identity towards your Believe It board, that's when you're going to create a visual blueprint that doesn't just inspire you, it rewires you. It pulls your vision out of your head, it anchors it into your nervous system. So beliefs become your baseline, not your battles. This is where hoping ends, knowing begins. And you get this because this infuses what we're doing in the other 40 days. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I got all of this. Flipyourworldin40days.com. Go click on it now. So amazing. And you right now have two choices, everyone. The first, keep doing what you've always done. Keep waiting. Keep telling yourself someday. But let's be honest. Waiting is just another way of saying no to the life that you know you're meant for. But there is a second way. Take the darn leap. I mean, say yes to that person inside of you who's already so done playing small. Say yes to confidence, to clarity, alignment, momentum, to finally living life on your own terms, because you're here now. And I'm going to say it gets even better. It does, because the first 10 people to join today are going to get exclusive access to a private bonus session with me. We're going to be doing it live. It's super intimate. It is laser focused on unlocking what's next for you. And so these are coveted spots. Realize that when they're gone, boop, they're gone. And so your future self, he's not waiting. She's not waiting. She's already there, wondering if today is the day that you're finally going to show up. You're finally going to join. I believe in this work so much because I've seen it. I've seen the results. And so I've watched thousands of people transform, thousands. And so I give 100% guarantee on this. If for any reason, and I do mean any reason, you decide that this isn't for you, let us know. Let us know within the first 30 days, could be 29 days, right? And you're going to get your money back. No pressure, no hard feelings. You know, if you do the work, it will work. So if you're not happy and you haven't done the work, it won't work. But if you come to me and you say, hey, I've done all the work, didn't work, I will be more than happy to give you your money back, because that's how much I know this works. So let's be real. You don't need another course collecting dust on your desktop. What you really need, and I know you need it, is a breakthrough, something that rewires how you think, feel from the inside out, so that inside you're doing it, outside you're seeing all these incredible results. Flip Your World in 40 Days guides you through a full head, heart, highest self alignment system that actually works, support that holds you through all the hard parts, transformation that sticks. So ask yourself this: if all this did was clear up all of that, would it be worth it? You got to head over to Flip Your World in 40 Days. So I got to say, both women sat here, heart pounding, hearing the same truth. I know there's more in me. I just don't know how to reach it. One felt the spark and silenced it. She went back to her to-do list, back to the scroll, back to pushing, proving, performing. Weeks turned into months. She was still stuck. Only now she felt it even more. The weight of knowing she could have changed everything but didn't. But the other, she said yes. And not to me, everyone, to herself. She didn't wait to feel ready. She decided, she followed the process. She used the tools. 40 days later, she didn't just think differently. She was different, lighter, certain, alive again. Some point, you got to make the choice, right? Only one made the leap. The other stayed in the loop. So which one are you? Get started now. Flip your world in 40 days. Let me show you what to do next. When you go to Flip Your World, you're going to get those weekly, again, live coaching calls with me. You're going to get the Patty call for the quantum success. You're going to get the 2 times a month human design. You're going to get the AI powered Hilary business coach. You're going to get the quantum success circle, the quantum believe it board. You're going to get the daily activations. You're going to get those great sessions of getting things done. And today you get it for $999. That's over 15,000 of total value. Every piece was specifically curated by me. And it was designed to move you into alignment with the most powerful version of you. Oh, so you're here for a reason. But if something is still holding you back, let's name it. Let's break it. Right? What's holding you back right now? What about, now's not the right time? Well, let me be honest with you. There's never a perfect time. And relaunches, they don't wait. Life won't pause for your breakthrough. You got to make it happen. But this is truly aligned timing because something brought you here today. Deep down, you know that. But maybe you're thinking, oh, Hilary, what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work for me? Well, if you've tried everything and you still feel stuck, that's exactly why this works. It doesn't live at the surface. It cuts literally to the deep root. That's the part of what's been missing. It doesn't look at you and say, oh, let me ask permission. It just goes in. This creates change that actually sticks. So are you ready to make the change? I've been where you are. I've questioned everything, pushing through the pressure, holding it all together on the outside while feeling lost inside. If I could claw my way out of that space, I would do anything. If I could rebuild, realign, rise, and I did it through this process, so can you. I'm not asking for a year. I'm not even asking for forever. I'm asking for 40 days. 40 days to finally stop circling the life you almost want and step into the one that's been waiting for you. It's not about me, everybody. It's about you giving yourself the shot you actually deserve. So ask yourself, what do you really have to lose? What could you right now finally gain? Again, looking at all of this, what could you gain? It's over 15,000 in total value, and every piece of it is designed to move you into alignment with the most powerful version of you. This is for people who act, who don't just feel the pull, but are ready to dive in. I'm all in. So again, I have something truly extraordinary. It's that if you're one of the first 10 to join Flip Your World, you're going to get additional access to me, right? Let's dig deep. Let's take the shovel, claim your spot, act, be one of the first 10, and you get it. So here's how you flip your world. You're going to go to Flip Your World in 40 days. You're going to choose your plan right here. You're going to choose your plan. Then you're going to get instant access to your private portal. Then you're going to plug in to the community. You're going to get to meet all these incredible people, and you're going to start flipping your world. Start flipping your world. Oh, it's so good. So good. So at this point, still holding any questions, just still have any. Because now, if you have them, you're holding them deep inside of you. Now's the time to ask, right? What do you have? What do you need? What do you need to hear right now? Anything coming up for you? Anything, because I'm here. By the way, it's 3:33. How awesome is that? Any additional questions? How many of you have tried other programs and they just didn't work? We've thought of that too. We've thought of that too, and we are all in. Let me just bring myself back up. And that is why we have the accountability. That's why you have the Patty call. A lot of people say, well, how long, how much time do I have to dedicate to this? And I say, you know what? It ends up working out to about 20 minutes a day, 20 minutes. So Okay, awesome. Yes. So, you know, how much is that? Now, one of the things that we do is, if you think about it, we don't want you to be like, ooh, 40 days is 40 days, everyone. So we also continue over the weekend. 20 minutes, 20 minutes, because I'm building up peak performance habits in you. And you can't just be like, oh, today I'm just not doing it. That's not what we do. So we keep you going. We're there, we're cheering you along in the sense that we have an understanding of the brain, and we know that when dopamine releases through some of the things we're going to be sharing with you, you're going to want to do more and more and more. So we call them pop the champagne moments. That's where we celebrate you. Okay. All right, Peter, thank you. Everyone else, thank you again. VIPs, I will see you over in the other Zoom room. And everyone, thank you for being here. Any questions, please go to the link that has been posted over and over, flipyourworldin40days.com. And I am so excited to see you and welcome you into this program. And let me tell you, see the change that's going to happen to you from where you are today and where you'll be. All right, take care.